Hey, this is Kevin with Imagination Hobbies again, coming at you with another army review, and we're gonna do another few factions in this video. But I wanted to start it off with the Green Dragons. I've done several things to the Green Dragons here, and there's quite a few things going on. I just got the barding in the mail, so I wanted to take a video of this one because, like I was saying in the previous video, I want to have a tournament champion jousting minifigure for each faction. That's kind of the end goal. And so we'll go over these in a little more depth here. Kind of show you like what's going on and how I kind of themed the army a bit. So that jester all the way to the far right or far left is it's a amalgamation of Lego pieces. It's got the really old Forestman torso, and then I did some arm swaps and stuff and leg swaps, and then I gave it the gesture cap and the collar, the jester's collar from Brick Warriors. And then next we got the classic green wizard, but I kind of replaced his torso and his legs with kind of a newer some type of Marvel character body, but I thought it looked really cool on there. And so I went with the green wizard, and there's his little green dragon. And then because of that, I had the extra body, and then I had like this green robe looking thing. So I made a like a seer, this guy with this dagger and the black hair. I just made him into like, I guess like I don't know, a seer, or maybe he's the king or something. But really the focus of the leader of this army, I think, would be this queen here. I thought she was pretty cool. She came in the chess set for the Green Dragon Knights, and I gave her some armor from Brick Warriors because it's like, I don't know, it's just a good female armor in my opinion. And so I threw that one on there and gave her a cape, and so she's like the leader. And then here's like the jouster guy who's super cool. And so everything on here is Lego except his helmet and his chest armor. Those are from Brick Warriors. And instead of doing the little unicorn horn, looks like a spiral gold horn, I gave it a regular yellowish kind of horn. I feel like it ties into the theme a bit better, being dragons with horns and stuff instead of like a unicorn horn. And it's also better color match, just to keep the color cohesive. I also needed to wait because I needed to free up this brown horse so I can put that horse helmet and barding on it. And so then we got a bear knight. If you guys are familiar with the bear knights, he just doesn't have his shield. So this guy with the mace, with the spikes, is a bear knight. You can probably tell from his head. And he's like, one of the champions in the army. I have his shield in a baggie or something off to the side. And I thought he fit better in this because if you look at his torso, let me turn this light on. Hold on. I don't know if that helped. That did not help. This other extra light is useless. All right, cool. So if you look at his torso, it's very green and themed to the. It's pretty on cue for like the Green Dragons kind of wardrobe. And I didn't really like him just being like a standalone knight that had the same color scheme as one of my main armies. And so his little storyline is probably just that he was part of the Green Dragons. And then at some point he gets fed up and goes off on his own, becomes like the Bear Knight. Then we got two like heavily armored, three, sorry. So we have like the leader of the little retinue in the middle, and then to the right and the left we have the dragon armored, heavy armored dragon knights, and those are pretty cool. That armor is pretty neat. And so yeah, and then this is Brick Warriors, the armor on this guy. But I just thought it was like so fitting for the Green Dragons because like it has scales on the armor, and they're dragon knights, so like that kind of fit. These guys would be like the Royal Guard, or like maybe they're just guards and they have like the axes with the flags on them, two-handed axes, so they don't have a shield. And then we got the soldiers. Tilt all these back a little bit so you can kind of see what they look like. A lot of them have really goofy faces because I don't have a ton of heads, so, but I actually like the fact that some of them are just super goofy. Yeah, so that's, oh, that last guy over there. That's the Green Dragon force that I have. That's my army for Green Dragons. This is probably as big as it's ever going to get. I luckily did pick up another minifig with that barding. It came with the minifig, so like that was kind of cool. But this is probably as big as it's going to get. This is enough to like fill a small castle and fill some of the chamber rooms and stuff if I ever make a Green Dragon castle, which I think would be pretty cool. Yeah, so let's move on to the next faction. Alright, here's a small little retinue of, what are they called? Black Ravens or something like that. They're technically the tournament knight from series, oh geez, 18? Maybe series 18 is where these are from. I don't remember. But they're probably my favorite individual, you know, just knight. I just think they're so cool. As far as like the detail of the prints and stuff. And they all have this face under this helmet, and then I gave the leader a different face, but they're so neat, and they're quite expensive. They're like somewhere over $30 a piece now, which is crazy. So what I have is like a little scene here, and I'm gonna make a mock for my Crusader Lion Knights. I'm gonna make a castle, I think, and then I'm gonna make like an autumn kind of setting, like a autumn forest with like all these cool yellow and orange, dark orange, and all kinds of crazy leaves. And so I'm going to do a pathway going up to the castle. And then this is a tournament, the tournament knights coming to the castle's tournament, the jousting tournament. And so we have this. They brought a blacksmith with them who's carrying some stuff on his backpack. I'll just show you the backpack from Johnny Thunder, whatever that other minifigure is. And then he's got a helmet from Brick Warriors that he's holding. And he's got his blacksmith's hammer. And then we have our, like, you know, royal whatever jouster kind of guy. Like maybe he's some type of royalty, but not like a king or a prince, because I don't think they would let him joust if he was that. But, you know, maybe he's just a some type of highborn guy or something. And here's the rest of the knights. I had it make it look like, I tried to make it look like they just had their swords sheathed at their side or something, because they're just walking. They're not really like necessarily in battle. And this sticker on the barding, that came from somebody in Europe who kind of custom makes those. And then I got the cape off eBay from some third-party creator that makes Lego capes. I'm gonna see if I can put his jousting helmet back on. 1 second. Yeah, so that's what he looks like with his helmet on. That's a Brick Warriors helmet, and it has a cool plume that has like a mohawk effect, and it's in the right color of these plumes. So I thought that was like kind of a cool look to him, you know, for him being like the little tournament goer. Yeah, so those are my little retinue of tournament knights, and I think they'll make it into a mock. They're not really big enough to be considered an army, but I'll move on to the next one, which definitely is big enough, I think, to be like considered an army. Yeah, so we got the Orcs now, and I think I am done with the Orcs. This kind of looks weird. Let me fill that little spot in. So these Orcs are pretty freaking cool. It was quite a bit to kind of get this force together. But you might have seen this in a previous video, but I'll just go over this just real quick. So we got the leader here, who's got like his crazy Viking helmet. He's using armor and a weapon from Brick Warriors, and then he has a helmet from Mega Bloks because it was the only thing that would fit that I had. And same with that dude over here, except he's all Lego except the helmet. And so they have the capes from the minifig, and then I put like a black cape on this guy. Wonder if I can get him out. Yeah, so I put a black cape on this guy with some that had some holes in it over the red cape, so I thought that looked kind of cool. So he's the leader, and then we got this guy. He's just like a flag bearer or something. He's a little bit different. I think he's like an Ninjago minifigure, but he's pretty much an orc. And I put that that shoulder armor on backwards to kind of cover up his face since he doesn't have the big jaw like the rest of them. Then we got some bowman orcs with a torch from Brick Warriors and a plume from Lego. Then we got these like spearmen guys, and I did this little assembly on their back so they could have like a spear on their back. So, you know, they charge into battle and then they throw like their spear and then they grab the other one off their back and then they can fight. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 bowmen. And then I got 1, 2, 3 spearmen. And then we got this like general on the ground, like this, I don't know, army lieutenant guy. He's pretty cool. And we got all the other orc warriors that are like heavily armored in the front. And those are using Brick Warriors heads. The pig-faced like helmet head. And then I actually, with these guys, I trimmed down their cape to be a little more narrow. So instead of having like this huge cape on everybody, which I don't know, just kind of wasn't my jam. I don't know, it's hard to explain the difference, but like this thing's massive. It just kind of like goes everywhere. And it looked kind of goofy for everyone to have that. And so only the leaders have like the really big capes. And then these guys, I was able to just kind of trim a bit off each side with sharp scissors and just tighten up their capes a little bit so they're a little bit smaller. And that's how all these are on these little ones. These are these front ones. And so they're pretty freaking cool. And I think I used the head from oh, that guy's helmet does not want to come off. There we go. I think I used the head from Star Wars because I didn't have any more orc heads, but it didn't matter because it's like he's getting a helmet that covers everything anyway, as long as it's the right color. And then some of these chest pieces and bodies and stuff are from I think they're called like crocodiles or something from Ninjago, or no, Chima. They're from Chima. They're Lego. But it's like the Chima line of theme for Legos. But they're like these croc-looking guys. I think I have one of their heads. Yeah, I have one of their heads. Normally they have like a head helmet on that's like that. And they look like crocodiles, people. But that was just a cool way for me to diversify my orcs a little bit and give them some like different chest pieces and different legs and stuff that are almost identical to the CMF orc that just came out. I think it's CMF 24 series. But yeah, so those are my orcs. That's my little orc army. Let me look around for a second to see if I have anything else we're gonna go over today. Oh yeah, got one more little force to show you. So stick around for a sec. I'm gonna show you my little force of forest men, and then in the next video, we're gonna go ahead and go over the Lion Crusader Knights, and yeah. So stick to this video because there's gonna be a little bit more of this. But in the next video, we're gonna do Lion Knights and Crusader Knights and anything lion related that I have. And that's gonna be a little bit from now. So go ahead and subscribe for the notifications so that way you don't miss it. And leave a comment below too. That helps make sure that you like see my videos, and then it's cool to like know what you guys think about this stuff. So you're gonna see my forestmen, right? All right, so here's what I consider like my forestmen minifigures. So we got a CMF on the top half, and then we have like a centaur from another CMF. This is like the gladiator or something, and then the bottom centaur body. And then so I used the top torsos for like other things. And then so here's the rest of my little forestmen. We got the little acorn boy, which is one of my favorite things Lego has done. I like this little acorn hat, and then I gave him a bunch of little squirrel boys, and there's a little frog and a mushroom. And so he's like the little druid of the bunch. And they got centaurs with them. Then we just have some like newer forestmen, bowmen, old school like Robin Hood minifigure. And I don't know. He's not like 100% complete, but that's the torso and the legs. And then we got this CMF. He might technically be like Wolfpack. He's like the rogue in the CMF. He's like the rogue in the CMF series. Hold on a sec. I just wanted to grab my other Wolfpack guy. So you see like the symbol on his chest. This guy has it on his cloak as like a brooch or something. So apparently that's Wolfpack, but I think he fits better into the Forestmen. And maybe my Wolfpack and Forestmen made some type of alliance or something. So maybe we'll do that. And then we got a couple more archers. This is the top torso to the centaurs. And then we got this guy. This guy's super cool. He's not Lego, I'm pretty sure. I think this is just a complete knockoff mini figure. But I thought he was kind of cool, and I thought he looked pretty good as like maybe their leader, or maybe he's just a champion, like a forest guardian kind of guy. I guess technically their new name are Forest Guardians. And then we got like this chess piece. This chess piece is from Brick Warriors. And then I do something kind of clever with the bowman. So I take the bow that quiver that normally goes on their back on some of these, but if they have hair, you can't really put on their back. And so I put it into the torso part. And so that's why you can see kind of a gap there, but it's not permanent. It's just something you can just do. And then when you're looking at it from like a kind of top angle, you don't even notice it. She just has her quiver on her side instead. And so that's a cool little trick. I kind of did it here with the centaur too. Just because, he kind of has not a lot of places to like put stuff. And so I put it on his side in the back. I gave this guy like 2 swords. But these are my like forestmen, forest guardian guys. And then next video, we're going to do the lion knights and like crusader knights, which are all kind of lion themed. And then hopefully after that, I believe in the same video, I might be able to do my undead force, like my skeletons, my vampire leader, my ghost knights. Like those guys are cool. There's not a lot of them, but they're super cool. But this is Kevin with Imagination Hobbies. I hope you enjoyed this. I know it's kind of a longer video. Sorry about that. But catch me in the next one and subscribe.